All right, so in this explainer, we're going to do something pretty cool. We're taking some ancient wisdom, specifically from the Avatamsaka Sutra, and we're going to run it through a modern, tech-focused filter. Think of your mind as an operating system. And our job today is to figure out how to debug it. So let's just dive right in. You know that feeling when you're completely stuck on your path? You're meditating, you're reading, you're doing everything right, but you keep hitting this invisible wall. Well, the source material we're looking at today asks a pretty wild question. What if that giant wall is actually just one single tiny bug in your mental code? So the whole idea here is to see your spiritual journey as if it's running on an operating system. And just like Windows or Mac OS, it can get buggy, it can freeze, it can crash. And that simple metaphor might just explain why even the most dedicated people suddenly find all their progress just stops. And this isn't just a modern idea. This powerful diagnostic comes from a really ancient text, the Avatamsaka Sutra. And it pinpoints one specific critical fault, a single system-level error that's so deep it can bring your entire spiritual journey to a grinding halt. So what is this bug? What's the error? The sutra calls it the one-thought system crash. And the culprit, get this, is a single moment of anger. We're about to find out just how catastrophically destructive that one thought can be. And this isn't some minor footnote. The sutra gives this problem some serious weight with a direct warning from Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. The message couldn't be clearer. The single greatest obstacle, the biggest system fault you can have, is a spiritual seeker holding anger toward a fellow seeker. Now here's where the metaphor gets really powerful. Let's translate that ancient warning. In tech terms, what it's saying is this. Attacking up here on your network is the same as hitting self-destruct on your own system's root permissions. You think you're attacking them, but you're actually just corrupting your own access. And this act of self-sabotage, it's not a minor glitch. Oh no, it triggers this catastrophic chain reaction of failures. So let's break down the 5 major system crashes that cascade from this one single line of bad code. Okay, first up, your cognitive system just crashes. Boom. Your wisdom, your clarity, your ability to even perceive the right path forward, it's gone. Your mental processor gets completely polluted. Second, and this is kind of wild, your external environment starts to degrade. Your actual physical reality gets worse. I love how the source material puts it. It's like you've been kicked out of the high vibration network. Third, you experience a cultivation power down. Basically, all that internal juice you've built up for your spiritual practice, that focus, that discipline, that insight, it just drains away. Your whole system slows to a crawl. And of course, what happens next? Your network collapses. That support system of friends and teachers you rely on, it vanishes. You become isolated, effectively cut off from the very spiritual ecosystem that helps you grow. And finally, the most devastating crash of all, your main quest becomes corrupted. To put it in gaming terms, you're thrown completely off the primary path to enlightenment. You're not even in the game you thought you were playing anymore. So let's just nail this down. A single thought of anger isn't just a fleeting emotion. According to this framework, it's a root-level virus. It's a malicious piece of code that infects and corrupts your entire operating system from the foundation up. But hey, if there's a virus, there's gotta be an antivirus, right? Well, the sutra presents Samantabhadra's teachings as exactly that. It's a powerful program designed specifically to seek out and eliminate this bug by rewriting your core algorithm. And this is the fundamental switch we're talking about. The default error-prone code is the self-grasping algorithm, which is all about me, myself, and I. The fix is to overwrite it with the Samantabhadra algorithm, which is this expansive, other-centered code that completely changes the fundamental logic of your whole system. So how do you install this new code? The sutra gives us this 10-point installation guide. Think of them as the core repair modules you have to run. You can look them over, but you'll see they range from foundational mindsets, like viewing all your fellow practitioners as if they're already enlightened, all the way to active practices, like teaching others without getting burned out. Okay, so we've patched the bug. Fantastic. Now, let's zoom out and see how this patch fits into a full system upgrade. See, the sutra doesn't just offer a quick fix. It outlines the entire 6-layer architecture of a fully enlightened operating system. And this upgrade path is incredibly logical. It's like a full-stack development plan for enlightenment. You start with the input system, your basic behavioral rules.
Then you move to data cleansing, purifying your mind. After that, you install the algorithm engine of wisdom. Then comes system fusion, OS stability, and finally, the application layer, where you can skillfully help others. It's a complete roadmap. But hold on, let's just pause on that fourth layer. System fusion. The sutra tells us this is where the whole model transcends ordinary logic and reveals something truly mind-bending about reality itself.
And this is it. At this level of the system, the linear rules of time and space just break down. A single moment of thought contains infinite eons. A single particle of dust contains all of space. The universe in this view is holographic. It's nonlinear. Just wow.
Okay, that is a huge concept, right? So how do we bring this all back down to earth and make it practical? How do we actually go about installing what we can call Samantabhadra OS version 1.0? Well, the entire teaching can really be distilled into 3 core features of this new operating system. First, there's non-attachment. You're not trapped by the world, but you're not trying to escape from it either. Second, equality. You stop creating divisions and you see all beings as enlightened and all of reality as mind. And third, compassion. Just a tireless, unstoppable drive to benefit everyone.
And all of this brings us to the final, ultimate mind essence of this entire system. It's a simple but profound piece of code to run your life by. See all beings as Buddhas, and anger literally has no place to grow. Walk the path of tireless compassion, and there's no turning back. So the question is, which one of these modules will you start installing today?